unicorns, toasters, and an unexpected love. Anna woke up to the sound of her cat, Chloe, meowing insistently from the kitchen. She dragged her feet out of bed and went to the scene of the crime, only to find Chloe sitting on top of the toaster, looking at her with the same old superiority. "Seriously, Chloe? Again?" Anna said, while the cat ignored her and wagged her tail, happy with her mischief. After moving Chloe and saving the toast, Anna poured herself a cup of coffee, which she promptly spilled all over her shirt. With a sigh, she went to the closet to change and put on the only clean shirt she could find, which was bubblegum pink with a unicorn face on it. "Perfect," she mumbled, looking in the mirror. "Just what I wanted for a work meeting." She got to the bus stop, but the bus left just before she could get on. After waiting half an hour, another one arrived, packed with people. Anna had to ride squeezed against a man with an umbrella who kept poking her in the head the whole way. When she finally arrived at the office, the meeting had already started. She sat in her chair, trying to be inconspicuous, but her boss looked her up and down with a raised eyebrow, and the unicorn on her shirt seemed to glow with its own light. "Anna, any comments on the report?" her boss asked with a mocking smile. Anna, in a desperate attempt to show professionalism, opened her mouth to speak and realized she had a piece of parsley stuck in her teeth. She covered her mouth and blushed while her colleagues discreetly chuckled. After a long and disastrous day, Anna went to the coffee machine to drown her sorrows in caffeine. As she tried to get her coffee, the machine swallowed her coin and gave her nothing. Frustrated, Anna kicked the machine, which, to her surprise, spat out a coffee and a handful of coins. "Unbelievable!" Anna exclaimed as she picked up the coins from the floor. At that moment, a handsome man, who was waiting his turn for coffee, approached her with a smile. "Looks like today's your lucky day," the man said with a laugh. Anna blushed and realized the unicorn on her shirt was glowing even brighter. "Yeah, it seems so," Anna replied, trying to act normal. The man introduced himself as Marcos, and after a lively conversation asked for her phone number. Anna, surprised and excited, gave it to him. The following week, Marcos and Anna had their first date. It was a hilarious disaster, like everything in Anna's life. Marcos spilled wine on Anna's shirt, a waiter tripped and dropped a plate of pasta on them, and Chloe, who had sneaked into Anna's bag, escaped and started chasing pigeons around the restaurant. Despite everything, they laughed like never before and discovered they had a lot in common. From that day on, there wasn't a single day they didn't see or talk to each other. Marcos turned out to be just as clumsy as Anna, which made their lives a constant comedy. A year later, Marcos took Anna back to the same restaurant where they had their first date. He knelt in front of her, with a ring in his hand, and asked her to marry him. Anna, with tears in her eyes and the unicorn on her shirt shining brighter than ever, said yes. The wedding was just as chaotic and fun as their relationship. Anna's veil got caught on a bush, Chloe ate the wedding cake before they could cut it, and Anna's father, in an emotional speech, spilled champagne all over the bride. But despite all the mishaps, Anna and Marcos were happy. They looked at each other, laughing out loud, and knew they had found their soulmate. And Chloe, sitting on Anna's shoulder, meowed with joy, as if she knew that, at last, her human had found someone as peculiar as herself.